Hello and welcome back to the Call of Duty World Championship. Myself, Rel, and Bioacid here, casting through a best-of-5 series between the Brazil 5 stars and the US Rise Nation.
You know, so far has been a good game. Rise are up 2-0 in the series, of course. These guys are actually getting underway right now for that Blitz on Fred, as I spoke about, as we jump on board here with Lee from that Brazil 5-star squad.
Yeah, and the pressure really is on for these guys now because, you know, as we said before, they're currently bottom of the group, going up against the top group leaders, and they're on the back foot. I mean, they're losing 2-0. They have to win this Blitz. And
they do indeed. And if they do that, then they have to get a domination and then an S&D all back-to-back in that fashion. First cap of the game will go to Weitzer from the Rise Nation squad. Now making it 1-0. One's not as many caps, but it's a good start. And, you know, first capture does have a bit of momentum and a bit of pace.
There we go, still on board with H now doing some defensive work. I'm actually going to switch things up to one of the more aggressive players, which is going to be Excellence, known in the European scene for his objective plays and great SMG gun skill. He does pick up the kill against Pac-Man, opening things up.
Nice little work. He's coming around the back here of Owens, but he can sneak on through the back door, pick up the kill here as well. He'll be able to put a capture down. Now it's 1-1, tying things back up after the first minute gone. Few players from Rise, though, pushing around that brewery area. Have to watch out before they make their way in to make it 2-1.
Yeah, that was great play from Excellence there. Single-handedly managed to pick up the 2 kills and the capture, and I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of him of that in this game from him.
Curta and Lee picking up some kills on Pac-Man and Looney as well. Curta now on a little bit of a streak, but at the same time, Excellent here on 6-point streak, I say now, making it 6-1 with 1 cap to his name as a player up top, Owens. Excellence, looking to maybe perhaps, again, be more aggressive here. This is what I want to see during the S&D. They're showing it up now on this Blitz side of things, though. It's a bit more aggressiveness.
There we go. Well, he is just hanging around this middle map area. Not doing too much work there, but, you know, they're neutral here. The 1-1, they know that's quite good against a team of the caliber of Rise Nation.
As you just see there, Excellence runs out of ammo on the hunt for anything. He's pretty much pressing pick-up weapon across all those bodies. Finally finds some ammo, though. Pushes into fire. His teammate up high there. But they push on in and get another capture, and they got 2. Count it, 2 set up inside of fire that actually go for back-to-back caps.
Yeah, this is a great start from the Brazil 5 stars team, and maybe this is their game time. Maybe this is where we see things turn around for them. Excellence is actually looking like he's going to capture another.
I really hope so. He's going. Oh, he doesn't even jump on in. He just decides to walk in the stairs. You know, he wants to be all posh.
Well, it is a 9-point streak now. Look at that, 8 kills and 1 death, going huge on this Blitz.
You can see here, still here with Excellence because of the fact he's on 9-point streak. He's 8-1 right now with 2 caps to his name, and there's an extra capture in there as well, of course, from Lee. And defensive from Excellence, getting it picked up and pinched there from 2 players who were pushing in and around. It was, of course, going to be Pac-Man taking him down. 3-1 though, as Looney makes it 3-2.
Yeah, and that was great from Looney. He was all on his own, but he managed to get the capture, which also meant he could spawn next to his home flag and defend.
And you'll just see here now, these guys are slowing it down a little bit. I think what the Rise guys are sort of trying to do is a bit of map control. With a map like Freight, it's sort of hard to try and get that set up because it's just so much happening so quickly because it's so small of a map. Looney tries to make it outside. The Coco hit his Samtex up high. We see out the front door of Brewery here, and what a few players will do, they'll open the door or circle around the back. Sometimes they'll even open the door and just lay there hoping that they'll think they're circling and then push to the front.
There we go. Well, Wheats has just gone for that flank and now even things up 3-3. So even Stevens here between Brazil 5 stars and Rise Nation. They've brought this back. Brazil 5 stars had such a good start and they're kind of letting it slip.
You know, I'm hoping that Brazil can still dig deep and really regain themselves spears. The last one up at the moment for that Rise squad, but we're here with Curta from Brazil. And he's just looking to defend a little bit here, which, you know, it can be costly when you start getting more, you know, a bit more defensive instead of just being aggressive and, you know, be on that offense more. You'll see him now just outside of white looking towards green racks, and he can't see no players pushing to there. It is there. Waits just lying in wait, so to speak, for these guys to push out.
There we go. Now we're going to see what's going on with H. He is currently bottom of the leaderboards for his team, getting shut down once more. Excellence has been doing all the work alongside Coco Lander, but it's just not going to be enough to actually get the lead for this first side.
Look here at Waits, you know, he's just sitting back here in the opposition side of things in their spawn, pretty much on that backside, and just picking him up, putting tags, stopping them from pushing out. Now these guys are hunting for Waits. In my opinion, big kills. Waits, you know, he was doing the right thing. The opposition team, though, they were trying to hunt him down instead of trying to push out and trying to get these captures. It becomes 5-4, and it's going to be Rise in the lead.
Oh, Wheat's almost cleaning up there once again. Does finally get shut down. It's actually Pac-Man now doing slaying work. He's so close to that portal, but he does get shut down. He's going to be unable to extend the lead.
And at the end of the first half, as the ticks on down, 25 seconds left now. It's a 1-point difference, but there's still time for more caps to go down. You'll see here, H trying to defend that Brazil portal. And Excellence helping out, picking up Looney. Now these guys are just going to make sure that the lead does not change too much. Excellence, big two-piece in the background there as well on the defensive, as no one's really set up for a capture here, though. There is one player from Rise in the area, but I don't think he'll be able to get in time because the players all around defending, and they stop him.
Ooh.
Yes, they do. But look at that, Looney. Almost a big two-piece, or did get a two-piece there at the end, maybe perhaps even a three. Wow,
he was so close to a capture there. I mean, he could have potentially just ran for it instead of getting the kill, but he was trying to play it safe and he just ran out of time.
Perhaps because he spun around and shot at the back door, thinking someone was there. I think if he kept strafing, he may have been able to get a cap, but they are in the lead, but it's only by one, so Brazil very much still alive in this Blitz on Freight.
Yeah, so far looking at the captures for each individual player, we've not seen any from FKiNg, but that's unsurprising really for me. As we've said, FKiNg likes to play slow and steady. He does a lot more supportive work than objective.
You know, you do see at least one player usually trying to do that support role, the slaying role, so to speak, and just keep these guys at bay, while the rest of the team are running through, are getting kills, and also getting the captures. We're here with H right now, very aggressive start, you know, and that's what I said, you don't have to get kills, so that you don't really need the kills. If you can be sneaky enough to come in behind, waits though, COD timing again at its finest.
Yep, and that was a great opportunity for Brazil 5 stars to even things up. I did like the play there. Instead of going for the kill, he just went for the capture, trying to be sneaky, but it didn't pay off for him.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that is exactly what happens. You do try and be more sneaky than the other team, and you can, you know, be burnt for it. You'll see here Looney come up with this fresh respawn now, trying to make sure no one's in the area, pushing through White, picked up one, and on for players, still pushing around here. A few players down from each team, but again, just from a slaying point of view, it does seem obviously like Rise are just up a little bit higher.
Yep. Well, here we go. Looney's got the most captures for his team, and he's looking to make that even more as he goes right around the back once again. He's got to pick up some kills before he goes for this, though, as there are a lot of Brazilian players around him. Oh, and he cannot make it the three-piece, but a big two-piece.
If he had gotten that on Coco Lando, I would have been shocked. You know, the simple fact is that he would have to turn on him at the same time. FKiNg picking up him in the end, though. It's now going to be a 2v4 for a moment. Two players were down there. As he pushes on through the front door. The front door is actually wide open, and Wheats decides against it, though. Coming in once again down this left-hand side of the map, looking for any players that are there outside. Owens can't get the kill. FKiNg's currently on a 4-point streak, though, 17 and 13.
Yeah, and now every single player for Rise Nation has at least one capture, which is very different to Brazil 5 stars. We're seeing the most objective play for both Lee and Excellence.
And just noting as well, it's only been Rise who have put points on the board here during the first 2 minutes of the second half. They're up by all three now, compared to the 4 that Brazil had during the first half as well, and still yet to add any more on during this second. It's almost down to that last quarter in 20 seconds.
There we go then, as we go into, as you say, almost the final quarter here. Things looking great for Rise. That lead just extending more and more. 9-4 now, that's 5 points difference. I don't know if the Brazilian team are going to be able to come back from this.
Yeah, and I honestly thought the Brazil team could have, and I think they were going to. The simple fact is, during the second half, it has been Rise who really turned it up a notch, kicked it into another gear, and have really started to steamroll a little bit way here. And it's sort of like those sort of things you see with teams, Rel, when they get a bit of momentum behind them, they just keep on going like a big train, I guess.
Well, Looney doesn't die. He does try and make that kill. He connected with a lot of bullets. He's got the reload, and now he's just pushing right around the back, because this is it. He's not trying to make kills. He's trying to get captures.
2 minutes 10 on the clock,
Brilliant
and just like
play.
that, Looney puts one more down. Still, no one from Brazil to put a capture in during the second half, and it'll be sort of sad to see if they can't get one cap in a total of 5 minutes. As you're going to see Wheats are picking up Hage quickly on board still with Wheats. Looney here, and he's looking around, and Looney on a 4-point streak. He's currently 23 and 11 with 5 captures.
Yep, and he's playing brilliantly, so we're just going to stay on board with him as long as we can. As soon as I say that, he does go down. Pac-Man there, though, with another capture, and it's a great shame here, really, for Brazil 5 stars, because that first side, they really did hold their own. It only finished 5-4 in Rise Nation's favour, but this has just been complete dominance.
From that Brazil squad, Excellence is currently 22 and 19. He's the only one going positive just from that. So right now, he is really doing the best he can for the team, but at the same time, it's just not enough, sadly, because of the fact they're still yet to put the capture down, and we're still here with that Rise squad who are still hitting that point over and over and over again. Of course, they were on 5 captures before the end at the end of the first half. They've only done 6 so far during this second, with still 1 minute and 5 to go.
Yep, and they just want to make this a crushing defeat for Brazil 5 stars. They are still pursuing and still pushing forward, capturing even more points and just making it impossible for the Brazilian team to get back into this.
Of course, the difference now being 8 captures in total, which means you're going to need at least You know, I think it would have been roughly about a minute and 20 or a minute 10.1, I should say, to actually get that many captures to tie it, but sadly they cannot anymore. And they have finally put a cap in during the second half, though, which I'm sort of proud of. There's back-to-back ones. Eckler is going in once again.
Yep, so now 12-6. And as we discussed, though, it is mathematically impossible for Rise Nation to lose this. So they are going to end this best-of-5 series 3-0. And I've got to say, they've looked very, very strong throughout.
You know, they have indeed, obviously picking up that victory on domination, 166 to 136. Then, of course, the S&D 6-2 on Sovereign. Now we're back here with the same that we had domination on, but this time Blitz. And it looks like they're going to pick it up 13-6, unless someone from Brazil put another capture down. That should be the final score. Quick look at the map. Doesn't look like anyone's in the area. So that will be it, 13-6 in total, with Rise Nation taking out the victory here in a series score 3-0.
Yeah, and as I said, you know, a fairly convincing win. Sure, they were the favourites going into this best-of-5 series, but that's just a taste of what's to come, I feel, because they are going to finish their group with 3 out of 3 wins.
Oh, they are indeed, and obviously they're going to be very happy with that. Sadly, only two teams can go forward from each group. 2 have to be left behind and knocked out into that double limit. It will be, of course, now Rise Nation heading in as well. There's a fair few teams that have happened. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it from this stream. However, I would just say, go on over to Alpha right now, because Optic Gaming are up against Epsilon, and it's a massive, massive match. But there are going to be more matches, obviously, still coming all throughout today right here.
All right, so after the break, we are going to be going straight to Alpha on this stream. If you want to hang about on Bravo, it's fine. You'll be seeing the exact same thing. But we are going to go to a break now, so thank you for joining us in this great game.